I'm going to tell this story in an unconventional way, because this will be straightforward. I don't want to get too emotionally invested because I, the person telling you these events, I'm not fully ready to be emotionally invested. I know my limits, and the trauma and the loss came less than under a year ago. My dog died of old age. We put him down because it was too painful to watch. I wonder if we did it too early? I feel selfish. My father is adamant that it was the right choice. But something about it didn't feel right. It was a decision we had to make because Bart couldn't. But it's also a decision we have to live with. And saying that sounds even more selfish. Like, poor me, I have to continue living. Like, seriously, how many times have I already said I? Bart. He was a chocolate lab named after the Bart of the Bible, not the Bart of the TV. That is, if you're asking my dad. We raised a Bart, and unlike most children, at 8 years old, the responsibilities of Bart were actually on my shoulders. Walking, feeding, playing, but droppings were never an issue because we always lived close by to cornfields. And just as I raised Bart, Dad raised me. By himself. You wouldn't know I was raised in a one-parent household with how my dad raised me. He has a nice job, and I'm an only child, so he dotes on me like a little girl. That's why I'm so fat. He feeds me well. At least, that's what I tell myself. Bart couldn't gain weight. He ate hard, but played harder. I was always stunned to see other dogs, bloated and losing structural integrity, almost cruel in a way. You'd often see that on farms, where they just leave out a bunch of food and not really tend to the dog, but I tried to always be there. I wanted to be different than what I saw around me. Bart looked like he was carved from obsidian the day we took him home from my aunt's farm. Bart took to learning about the roads and potential dangers well, but he always looked like a goofy moron. His favorite thing was fetch. He had this blue rubber chew toy ball he'd cover in slobber. He was always messy like me. He was my therapy, playing fetch in the parking lot of the abandoned cement factory 8 minutes from our house. Mom wasn't there. Play fetch. Didn't make the basketball cut. Play fetch. Girl I'm involved with but isn't technically my girlfriend dates another guy. Play fetch. But when Bart started to go, I felt like a shitty person. Like, my therapist needed me to be a therapist for him. I leaned on him so much. But when he needed me to be strong, I was a giant pussy. The basement was all Bart's to get dirty. It was a carpeted basement with all of his things. We, father and I, didn't go down there after Bart passed. But we're planning on cleaning up downstairs and renting out the floor. When I went down to check out the area this morning, I found Bart's blue ball. It was all covered in slobbery clear liquid. This ball used to give me so much comfort. But now I think I'm going crazy.